The boy who wanted to climb the mountain. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Thomas. He was only 5 years old, but he had a big dream. He wanted to climb the tallest mountain near his village and see the world from the top. Thomas started his adventure, but soon realized he was too small to climb alone. So he decided to ask for help from someone who knew the mountain well, a big moose with golden antlers. "Hello, Mr. Moose," said Thomas. "Could you help me climb the mountain?" The moose looked at him with wise eyes and said, "I can help you, little one. But first you must pass 3 tests." Thomas nodded and accepted. First test: name at least 5 fruits and 3 vegetables. Thomas furrowed his brow and thought. Fruits are sweet and colorful. I remember red apples, yellow bananas, purple grapes, and juicy oranges, and strawberries too. Then he thought about vegetables. Vegetables are green. They have leaves, and when you eat them, they make you strong. Carrots help you see better. Broccoli is like a tiny tree, and lettuce is crunchy and fresh. Finally, he said, apple, banana, grape, orange, strawberry, and carrot, broccoli, lettuce. The moose smiled. Correct. First test passed. Second test, name 5 modes of transportation. Thomas thought carefully. Transport takes us from one place to another. The bicycle is small and fun. The bus carries lots of people. The train makes a long sound. The boat floats on water, and the airplane flies in the sky. With confidence, he said, bicycle, bus, train, boat, airplane. Very good, said the moose. Third test. Name 3 family members. Thomas closed his eyes and reflected. My mom always hugs me and makes delicious food. My dad tells me stories and plays with me. And my little sister is small but always makes me laugh. With a smile, he said, my mom, my dad, and my little sister. Perfect, exclaimed the moose. You've passed all 3 tests. The moose lowered his big body, allowing Thomas to climb onto his back. Together, they began ascending the mountain, laughing, feeling the fresh wind, and enjoying the wonderful landscapes. From the top, Thomas could see rivers, forests, and villages he had never imagined. His heart was full of joy. Thank you, Mr. Moose, said Thomas. Without your help and these tests, I would never have made it. The moose smiled and said, remember, little one, sometimes challenges prepare us for great adventures. And so, Thomas learned that with patience, thought, and a little help, even the smallest ones can reach great.
The boy who didn't want to go to school. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Leo who didn't want to go to school at all. Every day, he found a different excuse. On Monday, Leo said his stomach hurt and thought, if I stay in bed a little longer, Mom will probably believe I'm sick and I won't have to go to school today. On Tuesday, he pretended to be asleep, closed his eyes tightly, and thought, if I close my eyes a little longer, Mom will think I'm still sleeping, and I can stay home. On Wednesday, he decided to hide under the bed and thought, nobody will find me here. School can't reach me. On Thursday, he said he couldn't find his backpack and thought, without my backpack, I can't go to school. Maybe I can stay home this way. On Friday, he pretended not to hear his mom calling him, thinking, shh, I won't answer. Maybe she won't make me go. But his mom came over and said seriously, Leo, I know you've been pretending all week to avoid going to school. Then she added, if you don't go to school, you'll grow donkey ears. Leo froze, touched his head, and began to imagine. Huge, long, pointy ears. All my friends will laugh at me. I'll look ridiculous. Over the weekend, he went to the park to distract himself a little. He played on the swings and slides, but something still worried him. His friends started asking him questions. Do you know the capital of your country? What is 5 plus 7? What is water? And why do we need to drink it? Leo opened his mouth, but no answers came out. His heart started beating fast, and he thought, If I don't go to school, I won't know anything, and my donkey ears might really appear. Suddenly, he realized something very important and thought, I have to go to school before it's too late. I don't want imaginary donkey ears anymore. The next Monday, Leo got up early, put on his backpack, and went to school with a smile. He discovered that learning new things could be fun, and his friends were there to share knowledge, laughter, and adventures. From that day on, Leo never made excuses to miss school again, and even though the donkey ears only existed in his imagination, he learned that going to school and learning gave him far more power than any trick.
Elio, the elephant who wanted to go to Africa. Once upon a time, there was an elephant named Elio who lived in a zoo in Canada. Although he had a comfortable home, every night he looked at the stars and dreamed of Africa, a place full of sun, giant trees, and sparkling rivers. Elio had many friends: Milo, the mischievous monkey; Gina, the elegant giraffe; Lalo, the curious lizard; Hippo, the cheerful hippopotamus; and Antonia, a very small but very angry ant. They all wanted to help him fulfill his big dream. Finally, the big day arrived. Elio climbed onto a huge truck. The truck roared, roarum, clack, clack, pum. After a few kilometers, it stopped. Elio got off and looked for another way to continue. He got on a bus, which went brrr, and then nothing. It broke down too. Next he tried the train, which squealed, choo-choo, screech, clonk, and broke down halfway. Elio decided to take a boat, which creaked and splashed, splash, crack, glub, glub, and almost sank. He barely made it to Africa. Then he tried a bicycle, which only moved a few meters before breaking with a psst clang. Finally, he took an airplane, which roared and zoomed, vroom, and flew over mountains, rivers, and seas until he reached Africa. Everything there was wonderful: the bright sun, the giant trees, and the lively rivers. But soon Elio began to miss his zoo friends very much. While looking at the African horizon, Elio thought, how am I going to plan my trip back? And with that question, Elio smiled, because he knew another big adventure was about to begin.